So I got up this morning, sat down with my coffee and looked at Marketplace just like I do every morning, and I immediately seen something I wanted to go and get. What you're looking at right here is a 21-year-old YZ250 for $800. I grabbed my keys as fast as I could, grabbed some cash real quick, jumped in the truck so fast as I could go, and took off like a scared cat. So today we're in Carmenville. This is where the boys stole Aunt Martha's sheep and fed it to the cops. It's a true story, you should look it up. So I managed to get this bike for only $600. We loaded her up in the truck, strapped her down, and away I went. And listen to this banger of a tune the full way home. After I got back home, I unloaded the bike, and this is the first bike I've owned in almost 10 years, so I'm beyond excited to tear into this project. Now there's a reason I got this bike for only $600. Just like P. Diddy, this thing is locked up. So go ahead, hit the follow button, because I'm going to tear into this project and get this bad boy running again. Now I just got to dust off my old boots. Okay, so let's have a little look here at what we bought. This is a YZF250. This is a 4-stroke bike. We got the nice aluminum cap. We got some nice Pro Taper bars here. We got those unbreakable levers. Plastics aren't in too bad a shape. They're scratched up and whatnot, but they're not cracked, so that's okay. Tire is in excellent shape. This looks like a stock pipe. I'm just assuming it is because I don't see any stickers on it. I did notice that our brakes aren't working, so I'm going to have to look into that. The back ones do work. And on the back here, we also got this rotor guard and a little caliper guard here too. So overall, for $600, I'm happy enough. So there's actually two different scenarios that's actually going on here in my head anyways. Number one, the crank is seized up. That's the best case scenario. I hope that's what's wrong with it. Scenario number two, she dropped the valve and the entire top end of this bike, and probably the crank is bent and the entire engine is pretty much toasted. I hope that's not the case. But let's drain out some fluids and get this engine plucked out. So right off the bat, we're going to start from the top and work our way down. We're going to remove our seat first, remove the gas tank. The entire rear subframe with the exhaust, the air box, all the rear fenders comes off in one piece. You got to undo all the wiring harness, drain out all the coolant, all the oil. You're going to need to take off that front pipe and any other components that's holding this engine in the bike. So I just removed this header pipe, and when I removed the muffler, I noticed there was a bit of water in the muffler. And yeah. This pipe is full of water. So you know what that tells me? The engine is probably full of water. I just love that for me. So I just removed this oil filter. And as you can see, it's very shiny. Very shiny. Oh my God. That is so bad. Okay, we just got a handful more bolts and I can pluck this engine right out of the bike. I can tell by some of these bolts here that this has all been apart before. No doubt about that. She's a heavy little bugger. All right, let's tear the sucker down and see what we're in for. I'm hoping there's not too many surprises. Yikes. So as soon as I pull this plug out, that's going to tell us a lot. Hopefully the plug's not all smashed up. Oh. The plug is spotless. So that gives me some hope that maybe it was the crank and not the top end. Fingers crossed. Valve cover seems to be in great shape. Tensioner seems to be in great shape. Okay. Let's get these cams plucked out next. Don't forget, you got these little keepers here on the cams. Don't lose those. I'm gonna move this out of the way before I drop it on the floor. The moment of truth. Okay. Yes, baby. We do not have a drop valve. I love that for me. God is in great shape. There is a mark on this piston though. I don't know what that's about. But something's happened here before. Just look down there. What are these big marks here? The head seems to be in great shape. But look at these big marks, man. The top of the piston too looks like it's got a bunch of scratches on it. Almost like someone tried to file this down or something before. I don't know, it's weird. The crank is seized. The cylinder is in excellent shape, actually. I bet you've never seen someone so excited over a seized crank. I'm just happy the head is not beat up. Lots of metal filings and shavings down here. I have a flywheel puller from years ago. I had a WR426 that I rebuilt. I'm hoping it's going to be the same puller for this flywheel, but I'm not sure. We're going to see now. Beautiful. And this is a left-hand tread. Alright, so if you look in here, it looks like, I guess there was metal between the flywheel and the stator, and I do have it wore down here. I don't know if this is still usable, or if I should just go ahead and get a new stator. Guides seem to be in great shape, two of them. I'm going to disassemble this to pretty much just the two cases and the crank. And when I do get my new crank come, then I'll split the cases and I'll put it all back together. I just really want to get a good parts list and see what I got to order first. Okay, get our water pump off. Lots of meat left on this clutch. There we go. So actually back in the day, and I mean back in the day as in probably 10 or more years ago, I was big into the bikes, man. Like big time. There was one time that I had, I believe probably like 4 bikes at a time. I'd buy them, fix them, sell them, drive them, all that. Beautiful. And I'm finally just getting back into it again after so many years. And I'm enjoying it. Don't forget our spacer back here. You can see all the metallic flakes in here everywhere. So when I do rebuild this, I'm going to have to take all this apart here and clean every individual piece. But for now, she's just going back together like this. So the clutch basket here, like in right here, seems to be in really good shape. But if you look on the outside of it, look at this. I don't know what happened here, but something was not good. I don't think this is actually going to interfere with the operation of our clutch. I would just like to know why this happened. There's a bearing in it or something. Oh my god. So that little bearing literally just fell out of the engine. So I'm gonna just probably go ahead and assume that the crank bearing, that there's a crank bearing here that's completely seized or something. Look at those chunks. Look at that. Wow. Chunky. You can definitely tell that something's been bouncing around in here because there's little dents and scratches like on all the aluminum cases. That's not really going to affect anything. It's just, you know, you can tell something's been bouncing around in here. All right, as you can see, everything's took apart pretty much except for the cases here. I'm not going to take these cases apart until I get my new crank and whatnot. I don't know what happened to this piston. I don't know why those big gouges are in there. They must have been there from previous times and it was just put back in the bike, I'm assuming, because the head is in great shape. The cylinder is not in horrible condition. I think I can just ding up all that and it'll be best kind. The head seems to be in really good shape. I don't see anything out of the norm. The valves all look good. You can still see all the carbon on the valves. There don't look like any areas there where the valve hit the piston, so that should be best kind. So my head is good. My cylinder is good. This stator, I don't know if this is good or not. I don't know if it'll work or not. I might just try it, and if it don't work, then I'll get a new stator. The clutch discs and the basket here seem to be in pretty good shape overall. Out here, you can see those big gouges and whatnot, but I'm assuming that's because of this bearing here, probably a crank bearing or something that was bouncing around inside. So this is how 600 bucks turns into at least 2 grand. I'm gonna at least need a complete bottom end, crank, all new bearings, all new gaskets. I'm gonna need a piston and rings. The cylinder I think I can save. I'm just gonna have to ding up all that, get it all good. The cams all seem to be good. The head seems to be in good shape, which is great. The stator, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can do some tests on it or something before I confirm if it's good or not. If it's not good, I'm gonna have to buy a stator for this as well. But I'm gonna go on in now. I gotta get some price on some parts. I'm gonna have to order some parts. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.